So if I come out down here, there's this little island in the middle that I was going to get to eventually, but I kind of forgot. So I don't think there's any trainers on here, but there is this. A dragon scale, very nice. If I wanted a Kingdra, I can use that. And is there anything else? I think, okay, so there is a trainer out here who's like fishing on this random thing. I hope he's enjoying himself, because it looks like, I don't know. The fisherman's sprite looks very bored to me. Anyway, that's Team 29 Psychic, which I don't... Do I have any use for that? Can Houndoom learn Psychic? I'm pretty sure Houndoom cannot learn Psychic, but couldn't hurt to look. I also need to find, like, something better as far as attack moves go for Houndoom, because... Yeah, this guy can learn Psychic. Well, I like my moveset right now, so I'm not going to do it, but that's interesting. Like, Dark Pulse and Flamethrower are not bad moves, but that's only 2 of them, and I have 4 move slots, and... Snarl isn't bad, because it will lower special attack, but I feel like the days where that is good are kind of past. And then Thief, well, it doesn't do a lot of damage, and the held item is dependent on what your opponent is carrying, on how good it is. I guess Thief could be useful in the Elite Four, because those trainers do typically carry good items, but you don't even get to keep them afterwards, and it doesn't do a lot of damage, and, like, you're basically sacrificing a turn to use it, so I don't know. If I find a better move, I'll probably override it with something. Anyway, the village bridge, I am back here. Let's see. I think I can surf across the water over this way, and I think there's some things on, like, the cement in the middle that I can land on. There's, like, an item or something. Oh, yes, okay, so there's also a fisherman, who will hopefully be a little bit more of a fight than the last fisherman I fought. What was that, another heart scale? I can learn all sorts of things. Leaf Blade is one of my favorite moves in the game. Anyway, you know what would be cool? And I'm sure some fan gamer ROM hack has done this already, but if the trainers on a route, maybe barring like ace trainers and stuff, could only have Pokemon that you could catch on that route, and then you would be able to figure out like what you can catch in the area without having to actually wander into the tall grass just by looking at your opponent's what your opponents are carrying, especially with like fishermen and bug catchers and bird keepers and stuff. That would be cool. It's an idea that maybe I should think about, because it's an interesting way of, like, teaching the player without using words. Anyway, that's a blue shard. Let's see. Under here, and I don't think this was here in... Okay, so it's over this room. This wasn't here in Black and White 1, and I remember because I went looking for it and it wasn't there, but... Yeah, there's this random... Whatever, I forget what trainer class you are, like lady or something like that. He was, like, practicing singing or something. And then kicks you out. Yeah, I don't know. You there. Okay, so singing. Sure, why not? I don't think he's singing actually words, but it's a nice addition to the soundtrack of an already nice sounding area. Kamix, if you're watching this, like, remix this song, because this is a very underrated song. Wonder Skin somehow made Psychic not very effective on poison. I forget how that ability works. In any case, that's a max ether. Alright, that's nice. Fully restore the PP in a move. You are a guitarist. Yes, Ackerman. Ackerman? Ackman. A-I-C-K. I don't even know how you pronounce that. Alright, I give up. But Ackerman. And this will make no sense if I try to describe it to somebody who isn't a computer scientist, but it's a recursive algorithm that for some inputs will terminate, but it takes so long to calculate that it's impossible to actually find the answer. That could have gone better. I think there's a house that'll restore your Pokemon on this bridge. Again, I'm not going to go and enter all of the houses, because that would just be a huge waste of time, but... Let's see, do you heal my Pokemon? No? What? Okay, I thought you said something about, like, Pokemon make good sandwiches, like food. Like eating Pokemon, which is not something that generally, not now. I do want to heal my Pokemon. That's not something you generally hear about in kids' games, is eating your friends. Anyway, is it in here? Alright, here's a breeder. No? Come on. I doubt it's a little kid, but... Follow me, Ducklet. Alright, have fun with that. You do not heal my Pokemon either. I don't suppose it's the one at the bottom of the bridge. I thought it was, one of the middle two. The house is on the south side of the bridge. You can't enter. Is it you? No? Alright. Not you, by any chance. Something like that. But yes, the house is on the south side of the bridge. You can't enter because they don't have doors, I think. Yeah. Well, that cuts off the amount of, looking that I can do by half, I guess. On this side, there are two houses. Oh, what are you doing? Oh. A 999 win streak. So much for that. Yeah, I mean, you have a fighting type, you're weak to fighting, you're facing a fighting type who's at low HP, and you don't use any move at all, which would have carried me. You use Swords Dance instead. That makes sense. Anyway, nobody here will heal my Pokemon. I guess I can run back to Lacanosa Town. Is it you? Yes, I would. It's a Max Repel. You wonder where they went. Patrat. I don't know if they're still in this game or if they ran off to some other region. Come on. I need to find that one house who will heal my Pokemon. Okay, so it is you. It's all the way at the end. That's not where I remember you being, but sure, whatever. So, I can return and do a couple fights now. There was that one, like, baker who wanted to fight me without a word or whatever. I don't exactly know where that was getting at, but I guess I'll do that fight. It's in this house, or is it in one of the other ones, or... Where are you? It's not in here. Every time I see a breeder in this game, I think, like, I think of the white tree, from after game stuff. you can like occasionally run across like breeders who will always be carrying 2 of a Chansey, a Blissey, or a Harpini, give you an like absurd amount of experience. If you're carrying like a draining move or a Shell Bell, you get a lot of HP recovery from it. It's really... Yeah, I've definitely got to cover that when I get to the after game. Those are fun. Why did I keep using moves that would just damage my own Pokemon like that? Anyway, practice. I am playing Black 2 here, so I think I would get access to the Black Tower first, but I should gain access to the White Tree also, eventually in the after game, because that's how this ROM hack tends to roll. Anyway, this is Route 11. Yeah, Route 11. And I can't do everything on here because there are waterfalls. I'm going to avoid that trainer entirely because root breeders just aren't the most interesting people to fight. Let's see. The Ranger, on the other hand... Alright, a Spearberry. Awesome. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to this route later on because of all of the waterfall stuff that there is to explore post-game. Let's see. Yahoo! A favored mail. I don't know what that's for. I've never figured out what the mail items are for. They're like, you can attach them to Pokemon, and then when you trade them to people, like they'll get silly message or something like that, but I just never really got into any of that. The water is a deep blue, so how about we surf on it? I don't think there's anything to do aside from the waterfall. Yeah, like down the south side of this route. Okay, there is this one item. But yeah, the south side of the route's all walled off, so you can't go anywhere over there, which is disappointing, really. And of course, I've got to just surf for exactly one tile. I can't, like, jump or anything like that. Oh, this is a Virizion. Okay, well, I'll fight you later on also, because I fought Cobalion later on, and I kind of want to group these guys together. Anyway, up here in this corner, Max Potion, alright. Those will be coming in useful eventually because, I don't know exactly what level I'll be around, like at the very end of the game. I'm guessing it's going to be at least like the 90s, level 90 range, and Max Potion will definitely be useful there because Hyper Potion only heals, 200 HP. Things typically have around 300 to 400 HP at level 100. And you don't always need a full restore, so Max Potions could be nice. This is GlitchXCity. I don't like it as much in Black as I do in White.